Hi everyone, my name is Terence. I'm the owner and as well as the roaster for Ted Coffee Company. So today we're going to share with you how we're going to use V60 to prepare your coffee at home. So to start, these are some of the equipments we need to kickstart your brewing journey. If you can, let me introduce you the stack kettle. Alright, it comes with digital warmer, and you can actually keep your coffee or water a more consistent rate of the temperature that you want to brew. That can switch between 90 to even boiling water temperature. And we will need a V60 cone, and as well as a server to help you hold the end beverage that you are brewing. Of course, we have filter papers. Here we have our Ethiopian Guji Bensa, a fully washed coffee, kept in a NCOM airtight container. It's really important for that, so that we can keep the coffee fresh, and as well we need a little scoop, alright, to help you scoop the coffee you need to brew this coffee. Alright, to start, we need to measure out the amount of coffee that we need to brew the coffee. I'll introduce some coffee beans and sending them for grinding. Right. So the grind size for coffee we do not want it to be too coarse like a French press or too fine like an espresso. To start, we need to pre-wet the coffee filters so that we could remove the taste of paper and that will get into your coffee, and as well to warm up your carafe. We're going to discard the wastewater and we can start brewing coffee. First, we're going to introduce coffee grounds into the cone. Give them a little shake so that it evens out in the cone. And we'll introduce water. We introduce small amount of water just to make sure we fully submerge the coffee grounds with water, and we call this step blooming. And these will actually allow the release of carbon dioxide from the coffee grounds. And once we have done so, we do our first introduction of water. And we'll introduce the second round of water. The swirling motion that I'm doing here is to make sure that we have even contact point of water to all the coffee grounds in the cone. The strength of coffee is often determined by the amount of ratio of grounds to water that you'll be using. So it can be determined by increasing the weight of coffee or as well as the amount of water used. So it depends the strength that you are looking for. These are some of the things we can look at to brew your coffee. And of course, today I'm using a Ethiopian Bensa, a fully washed coffee, over the cone dripper V60, because V60 does help to highlight a bit more the vibrancy in the cup, cleanliness as well. And this is something that I want to enjoy through the Ethiopian wash coffee as well. There's a specific time that we want to look at to brew. So once the timing has been there, we remove the cone and to prevent more extraction of coffee into the final cup that you want to drink. Alright. And last but not least, to serve the coffee into your favorite cup and allow a little wait of time so that it cools down further, so that you can actually enjoy more of the coffee flavors in a cup of coffee through the V60. Right, so today we have our Capressule. It's a new product and it's a portable handheld brewing equipment that we can use to actually brew both capsules and coffee grounds. Right, it's very easy to set up at home for those who are looking for more of a convenient equipment to brew some fresh coffee. Alright, to start, we'll demonstrate on using the capsule. Right, it comes with a capsule coupling. Alright, it allows you to put a Nespresso compatible capsules, and today we have our Aviary pot. Right, Aviary pot is our new Nespresso compatible capsules. All you do is put the capsule in and put the cover over it. All we need to do is attach to the base where the cup is, right? So that when you press them, the coffee will be introduced into the cup. So what I can do is make sure you turn the top part tightly so they crush the capsule with the blade. Then introduce water level to the max that you see inside the carafe. You need to tighten, then you start pumping, right? So I've used hot water to pump through. You feel that the pump gets tighter once it gets looser. Once it loosens up, means the water has fully been pushed through. And easily now we have a nice cup of espresso available through the capsules. Right, for the next demonstration, after using the capsule, right, what we can do is to use the powder coupling. Right, this will allow you to put fresh coffee powder into the little capsule here that holds the coffee grounds, right, and brew a fresh espresso as well. So we'll need about 8 grams of coffee, and today we have chosen to use a washed Ethiopian coffee over it. I'm going to tune the grinder to meant for espresso. I'm going to introduce coffee grounds into the holder. And we just need to cap them. Likewise, we can introduce it over the cup, hold it, and screw the top pumped in tightly. And as well, for this round I have to have intense espresso. I'll fill up half the carafe on top with hot water, and I'll carry on pumping to introduce the water to push through the espressos or the ground coffee to create your espressos. Right, once it loosens up, means all the water has been pushed through. And I need to remove, and you can enjoy a cup of espressos.